Word is what's next. It's my prerogative. Imperial type of nigga gotta live by any means necessary. Smack you with my balls, bitch. Fuck robbing from the hood, jolly robbing from the rich. On my Tony Montana shit, deuce, banana clip. Get ghost, stack up my millies from Arizona up to Philly. Let them drums roll. Made this whole crew fold. Off the chain, drizzle rain on my window pane. I want the cake plus the bakery. The opposite, the fake with me, and that's a promise. Keep my foot on your neck until you vomit. I extorted them, living in that prison. So on these streets, how the fuck you think that I'm living? Cash, money, we move on up. I got that mask on, ready to pull a fast one.
If I'm in here or not.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes. We are here. A little technical difficulties. Everybody, how you doing? When the Cypher's in the building, it's a Friday tapping. How's everybody doing? Shadow, what's good? We got AZ Vibe. Get your avatar. If you got your camera off, get your avatar together, please.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Everybody
She
can see me.
knows. She knows what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to you. Yeah. What's going down? How's everybody doing today?
We good.
Yes. We Radical Mike, Earl Hayden. Which one? Are you working? You look like you're doing something.
I'm always working. There's never not a time that I'm not working.
Okay. That's good. I like to hear that.
I'm the captain of the ship.
We got it.
I don't work, the ship don't sail.
Tell me about it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't work, the bills don't get paid.
That's right.
Yeah, we ain't got a trust fund like Shadow. You got a trust fund going, right, Shadow? You get that little 5 racks every month or something like that. Yeah.
My daddy's still living.
Still living. That don't mean shoot. I know trust fund kids that get it. Their parents
are the only
time
time my daddy gonna give me some money is when he leaves.
Oh, stop it. Cut it out.
And a lot of folks can't wait till a nigga leaves.
Man, I don't need that money. I just need to talk to my daddy every day.
That's right. That's good. That's right. See, fathers are in the building.
I posted a deal today about fathers. I'm like, here, all these babies' daddies been babies' daddies all year. Come Father's Day, and now they want a gift.
Yep.
There ain't no baby daddy gift.
Yeah, but I don't.
There ain't no baby daddy holiday. It ain't no baby daddy gift. It ain't no extra trinkets for baby daddies. You either be a husband and a father, or you find something else to do with your life.
Well, every Sunday is my birthday. I don't play none of that. So,
hey, look.
I don't want no socks. We good.
The deal is, without a wife, you pretty much knock yourself in the head for your reincarnation, your kids, and all of that stuff. So, if you ain't got no wife, if you ain't got no wife, you ain't gonna get no more kids. Unless you just go knock some broad up, and then she gonna take your kids and do what she want to with them.
Allegedly, yeah.
Hey, that's what they do. That's the game. If you let them get away with it, if you scared of being a grown man, they gonna play you.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that one. But I want to go into something, right? There's are you guys familiar with Charleston White?
No.
No? Okay, well, you're going to be familiar with this. I don't even know the name to call him because I don't want to start calling names, but man, talk about a buffoon. And it's sad because there's certain things that he might hit some good points, but woo! Wait till you see. I just want to dig into this, but check this out.
Man, we need another mass incarceration. We need another 1994 omnibus crime bill, like they came and they started getting niggas minimum sentencing guidelines, mandatory minimum. We need this strictly for violent crimes and gangs. Gangs should have no rights amongst citizens if they are identified as a gang member, a gang associate, a gang affiliate. They should lose not their right to a due process. But homie, they should lose the right to carry guns and to be treated fairly, like they would do somebody like us, homie. And they sign up to kill. Gangs don't build. Gangs don't manufacture anything that helps their community. Gangs don't create youth programs. Gangs don't create scholarship programs. Gangs don't have burial funds. Gangs don't have a treasury. Gangs don't, come on, homie. What good are these gangs? So, homie,
None.
I hope that I could meet a politician that need a black voice like mine. That needs a black voice like mine to help push the new crime bill, just like they needed the black Democratic caucus to join in and help them get that bitch pushed again. We need it, my nigga. Or else we gonna keep seeing babies die by the hands of babies and grown folks justify why they die.
See, what made it so controversial over there was
Okay,
they were like,
you guys hear that, right?
No, I've heard him before. Y'all know who he is. I support 95% of what he say. All day. I have no love for gang members.
Okay.
At all. Period.
Okay.
They're a menace to society.
Okay.
And need to be exterminated or reformed.
Okay.
My deal is I'm putting all gang members in boot camp and turning them into black militia instead of black terrorists on the black community.
What about the Hell's Angels and all these other bike gangs?
What do you think?
Hey, wait, hold on. I think niggas need to be concerned about what niggas is doing.
No, we don't like to use that word over here.
Black people.
I call it kinfolk. Yeah, you know why? You know why? Now, hold on. The reason why that word is so a sponge. Like you got Latinos and whites calling themselves that. I don't use that word anymore. I say kinfolk. But go ahead if you want to use that.
But everybody that's your color, that's in your skin, ain't your kin.
Got you. But I'm damn sure ain't gonna say nigga.
Well, I know what they are. They know what they are.
I'm damn sure not gonna do that one. You know why? I explained it to you. But go ahead. And what you say, Shadow?
I mean, black folks is the one that made it popular.
And somebody else took it and abused it. So you know what?
No.
You can keep that. I'll be kinfolk.
No, black
I'm just saying. That's just what it is over here.
Black people.
And the B word, the same thing with the B word. We gotta be on our best behavior. Okay. So that's why I said you can keep the N word. I'm kinfolk. Okay. But go ahead. But like, you just see that footage. What do you think about it, Shadow? What's your take on that? From what the little bit you seen, how do you feel?
Okay, so first of all, we need to also recognize that what we're actually calling gangs is not necessarily what the initial definition of gangs originated to be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now you have. Excuse me.
No, I said shout out MFC.
Oh, hey MFC.
Hey.
I'm gonna say this. There has been a diluted version of gangs, and they're really. And a Minneapolis policeman told me, he said they're not gangs, they're cliques. Because I asked him, where's these young people's superior ranking officer? I need to see them. He was like, they don't have them. But you all of a sudden got these gangs. These are not gangs. I had so many people in the 90s proclaiming to be a Crip. And the first thing I asked these brothers that initially were GD, who put you on? Who initiated you?
Yep.
They couldn't name not one Crip other than the Crips that lived on our block. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody hollering gang, gang is not a gang. Because see, I'm going to tell you, I come from a lineage of folks that were gangster disciples, okay?
Okay.
When I tell you that you didn't go to jail and your elderly mama didn't get took care of, you didn't go to jail and your children's mother didn't have the bills paid, you didn't come out of jail and not have your hand hit with what you needed, clothes, took
Speak
you
on
out
it.
to eat.
Speak on
They
it.
made sure they hit your hand with bread. And if you was about that life, they hit your hand with a pack. See, y'all want to scream gang gang because the media want to say, oh, these gangs, but they're not gangs. They are exactly what a Minneapolis police officer told me. They're cliques. Let's not mix the two up. See, okay? See, I know some Crips out of California that I used to do business with, and I'm not going to say no name, but these gentlemen all had wives, pretty much all of them. A couple of them didn't, but their wives were working women in very high place. Ain't no down low, very high place of work. They were in your top banks. They were in a lot of executive offices. Some of them
Yeah.
had wives. Well, two of them had wives who were attorneys. They owned yachts. They owned homes. They
Oh
contributed to
Lord,
their
have
church.
mercy.
Hold
Get to the
on.
point.
Hey,
Get to the
first of all, I
point.
know you're not rushing what I'm saying because you're being
Be
educated
be
of the
respectful.
difference
I'm
between
tired
a
of what you're
gang
saying,
member
boy.
and a clique. See, please
Go ahead.
don't
Keep
rush
going.
me on that.
Go
You
ahead. Go
feel
ahead.
me? These people were well-to-do people. They owned businesses. But if it came down to it, they went into their community and did what they needed to do with their community, not to their community. Hear what I say? With their community. Okay. So again, don't misconstrue the new gang term that the media gave you. And then these little punks want to run around here and scream, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the third. Don't get them mixed up with a real organization. Don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. If you don't know, just fall back and just follow along. But don't say it because it ain't true. It ain't true. Now, if we're going to put a gang in a position to be incarcerated or whatever that young brother just said, you might as well start with the BIB. They the biggest gang there is. Let's start with that gang. That gang is affecting everybody's neighborhood, everybody's territory. They taking our money, our children, our husbands, our wives, and they get away with it. That particular gang is the largest gang in America with 3 Ks in the middle, and they're funded by the United States government. So let's do away with the BIB if we want to talk about somebody doing something with some gangs.
Now this is hold on, Radical. We're gonna let you rock. Go ahead, Radical. What was you saying?
Now she said let's get rid of. Who is she saying to get rid of? Let's who get rid of?
Everybody in America need to get rid of the biggest gang, which is the BIB, the Boys in Blue.
Oh, wait,
That's the
hold
only
on.
gang that causes that
Wait,
much
hold
havoc
on.
in America with 3 Ks in the middle.
Hold on.
Yeah, come on, go ahead, man. God damn, hold on. Say what you gotta say.
I want to understand. I want to understand what this fantasy is about gangs.
Okay, let me elaborate with that one. Okay,
Hold on. First of all, you can't elaborate on his fantasy because
no,
what he
listen,
said
I'm
was
gonna
the
ask you.
fantasy.
Let me go.
Like you can't.
All right. But this is how you gonna tell me what I can't do? Okay,
Because you don't believe the same fantasy. You don't believe in the same fantasy he do.
It ain't no
What he's
fantasy. I'm
saying.
telling you what the reality is. First off, okay, what they need to do is fix the gangs. It's always been gangs. If you look through history, whether it been tribal, it's always been that, okay? And then not to mention, all right, it's easy to be lumped into a gang when you're not in the gang. That's why it's dangerous. Okay, I was in the gang unit. I never been in no guy. Listen, hold on. I was in the gang. I had to fight to get out of the damn gang unit because they had me lumped in with a gang unit because they thought I was a gang member because I mess with everybody. But bottom line, that's a scary thing, and especially when you're talking about giving somebody time. And then, how could you talk about a crime bill? Did we not learn from what happened in the '90s? Come on now. That's like
can I
have
say
people
this?
lumped in that don't supposed to.
Wait a minute, hold on. Can I say something?
Say it.
Why do I need to worry about a criminal?
See, and that's the problem. We're being selfish. That's a selfish.
No,
That's
I'm
a
not.
selfish
No, what I'm
response.
saying is, I'm asking, why do I need to be concerned about the trauma that a criminal is subject to get?
The same way you're responsible for a person that's coming from another country that you're taking care of with your taxes.
No,
Come on now. You can't
hold on,
forget
bro.
about just because you're doing okay. Don't forget about the person who's not.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say
Man.
this ain't about people doing okay. You talking about people in criminal activity.
What we just played, do I gotta replay it? He's talking about primarily black people. And you know what that links?
He's talking about, yeah, he should
He
be.
didn't say white
He's a
people.
black. Hold on.
Yeah, he
He's
said
a
black
black.
people. Go ahead.
He's a black
And
person.
this is sad. This is coming from an elder as yourself, a person who's been through some things. I would assume.
Respect.
Okay, you had that response.
Yeah.
But hold on, we want to hear Nene, what you got to feel? Did you see the little clip?
No, but I'm thinking that elders, we're trying to educate the youth on what is gang and what is not.
Play the
On
clip.
the res,
Play
we
the
see
clip.
both. We see both.
Okay.
Why do I need to be concerned about gangs?
But it's not even about gangs.
Play the clip
primarily.
for Josh.
I don't even know what's going on. So yeah.
Okay, everybody's in the dark. We're gonna have to go back right here. All right, just calm down.
Another mass incarceration. I mean, as harsh as this sounds, man,
I need to know why I need to be supporting criminals.
Hello.
I mean, we need another 1994 omnibus crime bill, like they came and they start getting niggas minimum sentencing guidelines, mandatory minimum. Homie, we need this strictly for violent crimes and gangs. Gangs should have no rights amongst citizens if they are identified as a gang member, a gang associate, a gang affiliate. They should lose not their right to a due process, but homie, they should lose the right to carry guns and to be treated fairly, like they would do somebody like us, homie. And they sign up to kill. Gangs don't build. Gangs don't manufacture anything that helps their community. Gangs don't create youth programs. Gangs don't create scholarship programs. Gangs don't have burial funds. Gangs don't have a treasury. Gangs don't. Come on, homie. What good are these gangs?
All right, you've seen enough, right?
But Black Panthers now, come on now. They did some things, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
They weren't even organized as a gang back then. But now they killing each other. And it's just stupid. And just like out here, they telling on each other. Snitches get stitches. So same difference. Okay. So okay, so if I want to get high, you can't even get high out here. What the, So yeah, it's oh my God, don't even have me go into all of that.
This is the thing. Like I was trying to explain before. Okay, I don't have a problem with gangs, and nobody should have a problem with gangs.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Can I finish? I'll let you finish. Come on.
All right, okay. You don't
okay.
have a problem.
Now, I don't have a problem.
Then,
I'm trying to explain to you why I don't have a problem with gangs. Because I know what it's about. When people don't have that family structure at home, you're going to look outwardly. Same way a female, for example, might not have a father figure, so she's looking for that in her man. Okay, but my thing is, the structure just needs to be changed. Okay, that's where they were going. If you look at the Black Panthers, okay, which now are being talked like they were terrorists when they weren't. They were helping the community way more than people are doing now because they were feeding the youth and everything. But my point is that just needs to change around. Imagine that was turned around, and that's common sense. Give these guys something to do. Give them some structure. Throw them in, programs. They don't have those anymore. Those things are stripped.
They invented
What
programs.
you expect? And not to mention, it's a big void. A lot of the elders aren't talking to the youth. Look what we got here. Look what Radical Mike
I
just
can't,
said.
cause we can't talk. Y'all don't know how to listen.
You just said forget
It's
him.
called you.
No,
I'm
y'all don't know
sorry.
how to listen.
Okay,
No
that's a
disrespect,
start.
but
And that's
the
a
people
start.
Yeah, you
younger
can
than
call it
us,
what
they
you
think
want.
you want stuff too,
Say it again.
and they can
Your
tell.
folks is talking.
That's why they, you know, you say disrespect. They see it.
That's why who disrespect?
I said that's why the youngins disrespect, because they see it. They know it. It's not
Wait a minute,
called,
they see that.
oh,
Wait,
you
hold
don't
on. They
listen.
see.
It's called you on pills too.
Wait a minute, hold
You
on.
on drugs
Hold on. No,
too.
you
Like,
said
that's how they look at the elders.
they look at the elders like what?
She just said
Like
it.
they're on
A
stuff.
lot of the elders are strung out and everything, so they're not
Yeah.
being respected because they're not looked at respected. Okay, and that's her point.
Now, what kind of sense does that make? Let me tell you something. Let me show you exactly how y'all screw life up. In the beginning, before the 70s,
Oh, brother.
hold on, because you got to go back to when we had family. We got
I have
gangs because
respect
we
for
don't
him
have
because he
family. Hold
looks
on,
like
you butting in.
like my ex's.
Wait, hold on, you butting in.
Let her finish.
dad.
Let her finish.
I'm almost 73 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm almost 73 years old. Somebody need to calm down. All right, so let me say this.
No, I have
Back in
respect
the
for
day,
you. That's what I'm
hold
saying.
on, why you okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it off because I ain't got time. I don't
No,
have
I'm
time.
saying,
Go
I
ahead.
have respect for you because you
All right,
look like
Nay,
my
let him.
ex's
Wait a
dad.
minute. Why is she still talking?
Go ahead, talk, man. Goddamn, ain't nobody.
Talk.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is the deal. We had rules. One of the main rules is do as I say do, don't do as I do. That has been the marching order for eons up until.
Can I interject on that?
Well,
let him finish.
Yes, please do.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Shadow.
Please do.
Oh, check this out. The do as I say and not as I do. Hey,
yeah,
I lived by that. But you know what? Our parents weren't doing certain things and telling us
what
do
does that?
as
No,
I say.
No, relax. Let's build.
I'm trying to tell you that when our parents told us to do as I say and not as I do, we didn't have to worry about seeing our mama coming out the room with Billy at 2:00, but then at 8:00 going back in the room with Johnny. We didn't have to worry about stuff like that. Our parents led by example.
Talk about it.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Let her finish.
They didn't.
Respectfully, let her finish.
Wait a minute, hold on. How old is she?
Let her finish. Go ahead, Shadow.
I'm over half 100. I'll tell you that. I'm over half 100, period. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, I don't know what you grew up around, but what I grew up around from the Midwest to the South, baby, parents had they had morals. And their morale supported their morals. Okay? Now, you had parents that did.
Hold on. Say that prior to the 70s, we didn't have this problem.
It's 2023.
I know. It's 40. Hold on. It's 45. Well, hold on, bro. It's 45 years of chaos. That's why we're here. We are here because of our past.
Yeah,
it's because
of the
past.
If you don't know the past, he's somewhat correct.
Exactly. So why are you saying? Hold on. So why are you not making sense?
MMC, be quiet. How you doing? What's your take on this thing?
I'm fine. I'm listening to Radical Mike. Finish it up,
What's your take on this
Mike?
thing? Well, okay, you seen the video. What do you feel about that? You think it should be more mass incarcerations and all of that, as Charleston White said?
It depends on the gangs in whatever areas, because all gangs are not exactly the same. You do have some gangs. Okay, you do have some gangs that do work out with the community, but then you also have gangs that they don't, and unfortunately, innocent people are being hurt and killed. Okay, and you know they're being attacked and stuff like that. That's why the projects, especially in almost every state, you hear about the chaos that's going around in the projects that are being run by gangs, you know, as terror and stuff like that. So the thing is that there are, like I said again, there's different organizations that are positive that are gangs, but that's not, it's far and few.
Yeah.
You know, and it has to be something where everybody wants to, you know, just like you said before, programs for this youth. For some reason, the generation is angry. This current young generation, they have so much anger. Okay, and I know what you're saying. Like the elders could give guidance, but in a lot of these cases, some of the elders are just like you said before. Some of them are on drugs or strung out themselves.
That
So
don't have nothing to do with
Shadow,
nothing.
you hit it on the nose, like she said.
No.
Relax, calm down. Just look at the crack era. Okay, the beginning of the crack era, a lot of things were on the low. You know why? Because that's the way elders did it. And Shadow hit it right.
They weren't elders.
Hold on, it started leaning to you got people doing drugs with their own kids, allegedly.
Right.
Okay,
yeah,
that's the norm now.
Y'all don't understand the rules.
Talk about it. What's the rules?
Y'all broke the rules in the 70s.
Oh my
and
God!
Turn. Okay, all right. See, history.
Oh, it's 2023. You constantly going to the 70s. Why?
All right, but if you had sense enough to pay attention, you could learn something, bro.
No, I just asked you. You talk about people don't listen, and you're not listening. You clear as evident not listening.
But now we talking at the same time, bro. I can't hear you if you talking when I'm talking.
Hey, okay. So what's the difference? Okay, from the 70s to now. Why you keep?
Oh, let me. Can I explain it to you? Can I explain it to you real quick?
Go ahead.
This is a learning session for all of y'all. Up until the mid 60s, Black people were the most married people, most family in America.
Okay.
What happened in the 70s? We had welfare state took over. We had feminism, and we had no fault divorce. Prior to the 60s, Black people didn't get divorced. When the 70s came and feminism came in and Black women got a little bit more freedom, they could go get a job, white man give them a job, make them feel like they was the shit. Hold on,
talking about gangs, man.
Okay, I'm done.
You talking about gangs,
you can't learn because you got to talk.
Talking about gangs, and you talking about men and women.
Hold on, he driving, Josh.
Just
let him drive. Let him drive to his point.
I'm a kinfolk. Don't call me that.
Okay, well, won't you be quiet? Why don't you slow down and quit butting in? The deal is, with the destruction and collapse of the Black family from the 70s to now, with Black women being in charge of the Black family, we don't have leadership. We don't have guidance. We don't have structure. So we ended up with gangs. I have talked. Okay, you butting in.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Bro.
No, I'm butting in because you fucking talking bullshit. There's Latino gangs, Native gangs, white gangs. You forget mafia? What the fuck is you talking about? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I just let you listen, bro. When you had the collapse of the Black family for the last 45 years,
Black family. We're talking in general, gangs.
Now gangs ain't general.
There's Latin gangs.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Black as your ass. Hold on. You know why? That guy said all gangs. That means white gangs, Mexican gangs, European gangs. He didn't specify no color. He said all gangs and all criminals. If you in a gang, you commit a criminal act, you need to go to prison. Okay, so what about
I got a question. Please, can I ask a question? and I really don't care who answer it. What does putting somebody in the penitentiary do?
Thank you.
Is that
Get him
a
off the
temporary
street.
Band-Aid?
Hold on.
Temporarily.
Hold on. It gets him or her off the street from normal citizens that don't feel like they got to commit a crime.
And then they gonna come right back, and even worse. You know why? Because that's a school for criminals.
When they get nothing.
You ever?
No.
Radical Mike, hold on.
No.
Radical Mike, you ever been to prison? Have you ever been to prison?
No. The reason why they come back.
Answer the
all
question.
fucked up.
Have you ever been to prison? Have you ever been?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you learn?
What you mean? What did I learn? I learned that wasn't the place. Hold on. You asked me the question. I learned that was not the place. Hold on. I learned that was not the place for a smart ass nigga to be.
Okay.
And made damn sure. Hold on.
You going out playing basketball?
Listen, bro.
I'm trying to speak. I'm asking questions going around it.
Huh?
You're going around it. And the reason I'm telling you,
I'm going around what?
My black butt, you know what I did? I got something I make money to this day. A trade.
You did what?
Okay, I got my GE dummy in prison. Not that I'm proud of it, nothing like that. But you talking to a different
Listen. Hold on.
One thing you don't know. Everybody is different. You feel me? Some people don't take a bad situation to make it good. Okay, that doesn't mean
he jumped shit, bro.
Listen,
I think
you trying to talk, and you got a GED, nigga. You got a GED,
and went to college after it. Whoa.
What the hell
you saying?
Hold on.
But with the part that I'm trying to explain to you, to this day,
GED, Jaws, a GED is harder to obtain than a
it doesn't matter. No, but bottom line, it don't matter. I was in college.
You got a GED.
I don't give a rat's ass.
You got a GED.
Listen, bumping his gums. But you know what? What I'm trying to explain to him, everybody doesn't have that hustle in them. It doesn't matter though. Okay? But my thing is, I'm damn sure not gonna forget about the next person. That's why when you talk all this blackness, it's fake as hell. Because look at your actions. In one sentence, you said you for the people. You talking about all this on black this, and look what you're doing. Oh, forget about them. And that's how the KKK speaks. Yeah, listen to them, and you gonna forget about your own people. Are they forgetting about their own people? Hell to the no. Look at the crack era. Okay, we were going to prison. Now they going to rehabs. You know why? Because it's predominantly their people. Wow. So who's the goddamn sellout? Yeah, you could bounce, but these are facts. Stop me when I'm lying. And that's the sad part. People want to forget, because they might be doing good. Just because the next person's not doing good and you forget, but here it is. You can take a person from a different country and have no problem with taking care of them. That is sad. With a capital S.
A pedestal like they should. They're too old. Unfortunately, but yeah, I praise them. I love my dad. He's a Marine. He served this country. That's why I asked him that question. I said, did you serve this country? My dad did. Okay. He's a Marine. He will kill you with his bare hands. Okay. So the difference is, I got over here, I call it ghetto res because it's kind of the same difference. You got people ready to shoot. Okay. So I got to be alert. I got to be ready.
So it's rough.
And my dad has to be the same way. So, and family has to stick together. So it's like we're a gang, but not.
Oh, that's what I try to explain to them. Everything
is solid as a rock. And I don't play. I don't play. Like the politicians around here, they think that this is a game. It's not. It's not about casinos. It's not about money. It's about survival. I have next door. She complained about my pit bulls. Yeah, trying to put me behind bars for my pit bulls. Really?
Because they bite.
That's what saved my life from this dude popping bullets behind my house.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Allegedly.
And so he got locked up. So yeah.
All right.
And I said, So I told everybody, I said, look, we're not playing that no more. That's why I'm the way I am. I'm real.
Okay.
Regardless.
So back to what the young man was saying on the video, though. I think that what they need to put in the institution, since we feel so dead strong about institutionalizing people, there needs to be a trade. There needs to be a bunch of training. Right now, it's at a minimum of what you can. I'm on a show. It's at a minimum of what you can obtain out of there. But then it does no good to obtain any of these credentials when you're behind bars being supposedly rehabilitated and taken off of the streets out from amongst normal citizens. When you come home and the first question on the application after your name, your phone number, your address, and age is, are you a felon?
Yeah, but
Like,
one thing with that.
As soon as you rip that question out and I answer, yeah, you throw my application in the garbage. So the education that I do obtain in the penitentiary, what good is it?
I'm gonna tell you what good is it. What one you can learn, just like they used to have air conditioning, refrigeration, okay? And it's not even about getting a degree. It's just maybe you could springboard from that. Just like with myself, I didn't get no degree for doing hair, but I started there. Okay, I hustled my way up in the barbershop, and you're supposed to have a license and all that. That's what I'm trying to say. And why? Because I refuse to keep going in the cycle. And just like he said, yeah, I'm not built for jail. You know why? Because it's a good ass world out there. You gotta be a fool to be going back and forth and a whole bunch of other things. So my thing
is the cycle is a cycle.
But they stopped, just to show you. I'm talking about New York, New Jersey. They stopped colleges.
Wait a minute.
You know why?
She said cycle, so that kind of caught me.
Hold on, because people started getting degrees. Relax. It's supposed to be rehabilitation, right? Now people are going to prison. This is in New York, New Jersey. They stopped colleges. Why? You're supposed to be helping these people. They stopped trades. Like I told you, refrigeration. You have people that were getting out. That's why what you're saying, Shadow, is not true, because people will give you a chance if you really want one. So you're talking about somebody that will get turned down and say, forget it, I'm going to give up. Which I've been there before.
I got received.
Okay, but you got to keep on, because somebody will, and especially if you a go-getter. If you know that refrigeration, for example, I got that, and I get out and I extend that trade. Somebody's gonna hire you, and even if they don't hire you, start your own business. But at least you can do that.
Where can you start? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Okay, the average person coming out of the joint.
I'm saying eventually. It might take you a year or two.
Okay, yeah, to take you a year or two. But listen though, bro. But here goes the thing. I look at a young brother right now who sat down for an extensive amount of time. He got his HVAC certification. Okay. He comes out every place you can imagine, from Mesa. Y'all even got an HVAC company inside of one of them malls over there. Yeah. And all of them, as soon as you start talking about, well, I just got out and I'm a felon, they're done. So then what does that person do? They go get the next best job they can
and keep pushing on the side. And if they don't get it on the side, start your own HVAC.
It don't. But you can't start an HVAC if you ain't got no money.
I just told you, build it.
How you go?
If you don't got no money, that's what's saving. That's a problem. That's a problem you have. Why you arguing? You don't got to argue.
He's actually on point with that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where you gonna get the money? Because the little job
I'm trying to tell you where you're gonna get the money. You're gonna get an LLC. You're gonna save up. You're gonna go to one bank. You're gonna go to two banks. They're gonna keep denying you if that's the.
Listen,
somebody
it don't work
will
like
give you
that,
a
bro.
loan.
The LLC thing that they keep running to y'all on all these on social media things. No, sir. Your LLC has to already have some establishment behind it in order for them to run bread on there.
How long?
Yeah, however long it takes you to get the certain amount.
Some places it's 2 years.
I'll tell you.
Some places it's like 2
hold
years.
on. MFC, how long, MFC?
I'll tell you.
About some places in some states it's 2 years.
Okay. So you might have to lay 2 years. But see, this is the thing. Get it started somewhere.
No, if your LLC ain't got
Talk.
no
You ain't gotta
money
yell.
in it,
Talk.
dude, if your LLC ain't got no money in it, they still not going to hit your LLC's hand, cuz.
Okay.
They
I got
not.
that
The
part.
best one that
Then
will
that's
try
what
to
banks
work
are
with
for.
you
But hold
is
on. That's what banks are for. That's what's getting a good. Hold on. I'm trying to answer you. That's what's having a good partners for.
I didn't
Why? So
ask.
you can build. Okay. Just like vice versa. My woman's into something. Hey, okay, we got to get this together. All right, make these goals. It might take us 3 years, but we're gonna get that. Same way you can go out and get a nice car, or same way you can go on these vacations. You might have to cut that off for a year or two, but now you got your own business.
People who
And
don't
see,
have
that's what I'm
relatives and
talking
people
about.
who have not been in the penitentiary are struggling to keep their head above water on these petty jobs, bro. So you imagine
Yeah,
the
you know what?
opposition
It's
is
true.
greater against one who comes out of the penitentiary with felons.
And that's why
Like,
you stay the hell up
period.
out of there.
That's true.
That's why I'm all against that.
Is probably double, if not bigger in numbers, greater for somebody who is coming out of the penitentiary.
Okay, but that's why we
Don't
need
say
to teach.
nothing.
No,
It's
did you hear
nothing.
the point? That's why we need to teach to stay the hell up out of the penitentiary.
Hold on, no, you could end up in the penitentiary on the most minute shit in the world, cuz. Like,
That's true.
real talk.
Yeah, I get
There's
it. I
so
get it.
many of our people that are sitting
Yeah,
in the
but
Some
penitentiary
bullshit.
for
Over
selling
so
weed.
many are
fucking
sitting in the
window tint.
penitentiary because they did something good.
Or
Let's
for
not act
even
like
having
let's not
poor
act like
legal
everybody in prison is
representation and
innocent.
they're
Some
in
fucking
jail for no
window
reason.
tint, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, but whatever the young man was saying on the video that you showed,
Yeah. To my talking
I,
wife.
yeah, that young man, he only saying that until his son get in that jail. He ain't gonna be screaming that when his son get in that jail. See,
Well,
and we
his son. If I'm correct, his son just caught a murder. I don't know if it's an open case or something. Anyway, his son is jammed up. But that's not here nor there. But listen,
I guarantee you, he's not throwing his son away. And if he is, shame on him. What a less of a man he is. He ain't even a dad, in my opinion. If you throw your child away because they got in a jam.
yeah, but see,
Period.
this is one thing I hate when people do that, because it shouldn't matter if you had a kid, 5 kids, 10 kids, no kids. You still should have empathy for the next person. If I know you're in a position because of a certain, like, you wasn't taught a certain thing or something like that, for me to take advantage of you or laugh at you, that's messed up. And then, not to mention, this is how quick we didn't learn. Another crime bill? And then you would say, yeah, that from a black man? And then you have people agree with it? Wow. Those are scary all around. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not denoting that, okay, the black community is not acting up, because we acting up foolish with a capital F. But
But there's
I know where it's coming from.
where
Okay, because we don't have the same schooling, we don't have the same especially with social media. Think about it. You didn't have social media. Imagine you had social media. I had people back in the 90s who wouldn't even go to school if they didn't have new sneakers or new gear for after Easter. We were all poor, but we were all trying to, look the flyest we could. So I could imagine if we had social media. So these are things people need to look at. It's a peer pressure that these kids are having. You feel me? That's why they all need the custom Jordans and all of that, and they ain't got a pot to piss in. So that mentality needs to change, and that's what I'm saying. That's what we need to teach our kids.
So I agree with you, but then there's so many other contributing factors as to why we as a people, our community, and it is failing. And I'm gonna show you the grocery stores. Okay, you got bashes out here in the valley. I don't know what that would correlate to in New York, MFC, but it's a very high-end grocery store. You're not gonna find too many melanated people running through bashes shopping. If you got 100 people in there, you might got 2 of us in there. Okay, Bashes, he opened up Food City. Now, rumor has it he opened it up because he didn't want he called them Mexicans, but we going to refer to them as Hispanics. He didn't want them folks coming into Bashes. So he opened up a chain of Food Cities. And guess what? When the delivery trucks deliver to Food City and they deliver to Bashes, fries, all of them. There's a different grade of food that goes into each one of these stores. Okay,
That's what,
Food City, Food City gets the lowest grade of fruit, vegetables, and meat.
so what?
That is get top quality. But with
Yeah,
our financial status, where are we more apt to shop when where most of us solely are dependent on food stamps once a month? We go to where our food stamp is going to stretch, just like the working man who goes with his dollar trying to stretch it. Where you gonna
that's,
go? You gonna go to Food City, and guess what? Your food that you get at Food City probably has more chemicals
yeah,
in it than
yeah,
what
but
you get.
it's always been like that, Shadow.
Yeah.
But no,
We
it
was
has
talking about
not
that the other
always been,
day.
bro. No, it
We were
hasn't.
talking about,
No,
okay, there was a thing we
I'm
were
telling
talking
you
about on a
now.
past show. There was a thing called quarter waters. They had 50-cent quarts. Okay, you couldn't find those in the suburbs.
Right.
Just like liquor.
What I'm
St.
saying,
Ides, you couldn't find St. Ides if you was up in the suburbs or even in a well-to-do
it,
area in Manhattan.
but this what I'm saying though.
It's always been like that.
This is what we're feeding our kids. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
We're feeding our kids the bottom of the barrel scraps, not even just slave food, just
But
the even the lunch meat and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
you
This
just had
stuff
somebody on
really
here
hold on, cuz this
just to
stuff
get it
really hasn't but this stuff really has an effect on our
on me.
physical being, from our brain down to our toenails.
That's true.
Okay. And then when we're walking around feeding our kids plastic because we can't afford to really feed them. And when I say plastic, I'm talking about the oodles and noodles, the ramen noodles, whatever they call, top ramen. Like,
But
what?
that's but there's other alternatives. I'm not gonna get into it because I would have
You
US
can say
breaks.
there's other
Let me
alternatives, but I
finish.
know for a
I'll let you
fact.
finish. I'll let you finish. You got US breaks who will break it down. But see and that's the whole thing. And I'm not saying that we don't want to take the time, but there's other options. Just like there's other options instead of me doing crime, getting that fast money, I could have took 2, 3 jobs. I'm a young man. I got time. Yeah, yeah. And see, that's what we and it's not making excuses or nothing like that, but when it get rough, get it right. And that's what
Right.
it's
But
about.
again, everybody
You
doesn't have
saying
everybody may not have that same how you say that same
Mentality.
drive
Yeah.
and
Then you know what?
mentality.
That's what it's gonna be though, MFC.
and
You
then here
think
go
you
the
think
other
the straw
thing.
hat got just had it like that? Remember at one time they were the most penalized. Did we forget
Right.
that what happened in the world? You know what I mean? So how they did that, they worked together, they stayed on code. Remember, everybody's not gonna see it how we see it. Then you know what?
Right.
See it from the sidelines. That's
See,
just
like I
how it
know
is.
like up
It's
here for
survival
us,
of the fittest. That's
right.
life.
What we did up here for us, because what Shadow said is true. You have the stores that have the cheaper products, and that's what your budget can handle. At the
Yeah.
same time, you also know the products and stuff is not good for you and your family. So
Hmm.
what we used to do is, say first, where we had meat markets that you could go to and you could get 40 pounds of chicken legs, or you could get, 20 pounds of chopped meat. We used to get them in bulk from a better line of food. We get them
Yeah.
in bulk, and then families would share. So if it was for $20, you could get 40 pounds of chicken legs.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody would put in $5, and
Yeah.
this way it got spread, but it was better quality than the ones from the cheaper
Yeah.
stores. I know for me, knowing how bad the cheaper stores are, like out here we have Bravo. There's a lot of these little low no brand things that you got
Yeah.
to honestly check the expiration dates. Some of these things are 2 years old, the expiration dates, the
Okay. But
cans.
we're getting off topic as far
No, I
as
know. I'm just saying,
any kind.
so
Yeah. This is we know as far as the communities, but with I'm
But
not gonna
those
say
are
this is
contributor, but a lot of that stuff is contributors as to why our kids cannot sit in a normal classroom setting and concentrate and listen. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that is a contributor. The
yeah.
things that we put in our diet, you understand what I'm saying? In Arizona, you really aren't supposed to be drinking water out the hydrant. Well, if you can't afford to keep up with bottled water, which ain't too much better, you understand what I'm saying? But if that's all you feeding your child is that type of beverage, then what the child gonna do? The child gonna mix and match and grab soda pops, and you got the
I
big
drunk
gulps or
water
whatever
out
they
the
call.
faucet. I might.
See, for us, we drank in New York. We see in New York the
Straight
water
out
is
the
good.
faucet. I don't know
So
what to tell you.
we were
Water's not
blessed.
good here.
Yeah, we were. No, I'm saying we were blessed to be able to have the advantage of drinking the water, but in a lot of places, I was told, even in New Jersey, the water is
Man, see, that
horrible.
water was tore up in New York. Come on now. Don't even
You
go there.
know, and the thing
I
is
started
that
drinking spring water. I was
again,
like, yeah, this is real water. That water,
what you
New
said,
York,
Shadow, is
okay,
correct. Everybody
I can
doesn't
taste the
have
metal
that
in it.
money to get bottled water.
Yo, but what would that? Okay, getting back to the mass. Let's stick on that. The mass
No, I know,
incarceration.
but okay, but going
Okay,
back to
putting people
gangs
in
and things
jail,
like that.
like Shadow said. What do you? And this is the thing. I would be more
Okay,
understanding if you was to go to jail and they would push you to get trades. They would push you to do school.
but some of these places, if I'm not mistaken, when you get it, depending on the states and stuff, because I know every state is different. Some of these places, when you get out, you have some kind of resources that they send you to, and
Oh, they
those guys will send you only to jobs that have set up on a list, have said, look, I'll hire criminals as
yeah,
long as they may say,
it's a tax
we don't
write off.
want to,
Right,
we don't
right.
want a what do you call that? A violent crime.
Yeah.
But like if someone went for embezzlement or they went for they was in jail for 5 years for child support, back
Mm-hmm.
child support and stuff like that, then they'll take a
MFC,
chance.
there's so many. Trust me, when you're getting out, there's way more
Arizona
than they
don't
had
have that.
years ago.
Arizona don't have that. Minnesota don't have that.
Yeah,
And
but that's
Tennessee don't have that.
yeah, but there's a lot. There's a lot of things, especially now with technology. Like I said, you
And
might get
then,
turned down a couple
and
of
then here's
times.
the thing. Like I said, it's really hard for you to employ me coming out the penitentiary. I come home and I got to live with family members who already looking at me a bit funny because they struggling. But now I come out and all I can do is contract a job that's paying $14 and $15 an hour. Then I ain't got no kids, or at least I can't claim my kids. So then my check that is $120, $119, when I come home off of the bring home pay, the net pay, I'm bringing home $90 a day. Then my
Yep.
folks want to charge me rent because it's only right that I pay my stay. They want to charge me rent. Well, dang, when I get through buying a 75, how much is a bus pass? $72? A $72 monthly bus pass. God pray I don't lose it. When I get
No,
through buying it,
that's
because I have a, but
that's
I'm just saying, you have all of these
life.
things.
That's how you think. People think it's gonna be easy, especially coming out of
I'm
prison.
not saying it's
That
gonna be
shit
easy,
been
but what I'm
hard.
saying,
Oh, but I'm
but what
saying, when
I'm
has it been
saying
easy though,
is
Shadow?
it comes back to the question of what has the penitentiary really done to rehabilitate people? Just because you
That's
give me
why
a
I said
trade,
no. But you guys said
my
you should put them
brother,
in jail.
I
You
didn't say
MFC?
nothing.
Yes, you
Did we?
did. You
I
said I
said no.
somewhat agree. So you don't agree with him?
I agree with. I agree with. It ain't even a question of whether or not if you go to jail, because you're gonna do that anyway. But he's basically saying, like, put him in jail, throw away the key. Basically, that's what
Exactly.
it sounds
That's
like
what
he's
I'm
insinuating.
exactly.
No, but what I'm saying is, we as a society need to do better with accepting these people back into transitioning into our communities.
That's
Okay,
true.
Yeah, but not if you got to
that's
remember,
boiled
if
down
people are
to.
not acting right, which they ain't not acting right, okay, I can see it, and that's how they messed up a thing called work release. Okay, they said they would
Right.
give damn they give
True.
murder work release, but you know what?
Yep.
You start coming home, getting tender wee because their chick done found another guy who probably was treating her better, okay, and killed them all up and all that, messed it
Yeah.
all up for everybody else.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I can see
Still
a
got work
person.
release.
I can
We
see a
still
person.
got work
No, I
release.
know, but it's not the way it was as far as they was giving you a chance to a degree. And trust me, I'm nowhere near trying to look out for the system, but there are certain things that you can't blame nobody but yourself. And that's all I'm saying. And just like people that are
From our
making this a
generation,
career, I got friends that have made prison, jail a career. And they think
from
when
our
they get out, you got to
generation,
do this and that for them. When here it is, I get it. You get it, you get, a little strayed, getting some stuff, but you gonna constantly do that and then act like
in our generation, I agree. In our generation, I agree. But when you got 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids going into jail the last 10, 15, I'll even give you 20 years, and they come out, what they got, man? What they got? The system has put a target on their back.
No,
they
but
put a target on their back.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have that. You talking about a felony? Yeah.
They put a target on their back, and with that felony, you can't go get a crib.
Yes, you can.
Where? You can't tell me that, because do you know
how
how much money I lost?
Harder. No, all right. There's
no, because a lot of places now with the apartments and stuff, they check to see if you do have a criminal record, and no matter if you have the money and your income is good, they block you.
My thing is what it's that's what needs to be told, and that's why we're talking about things like this tonight. Not that people don't know, but you should know. So that's why.
Right. Some people don't. Some people don't.
Easy to get in trouble, hard to get out, and something
exactly.
As far as
and it follows you the rest of your life.
Yeah. So that's what people need to really, really understand. That's you play around today, it's going to hit you 30 years later.
Yeah.
But as far as getting back to the situation with the time, what needs to be talked about is how we gonna correct things as far as get it back. Just think about it. The mentality was different, talking like that guy Radical Mike, how he was going back to the 70s, and how could it switch so quick in 50 years, 40 years? That don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna. The vibe is not gonna change that quick. Like all of a sudden, we just got so violent. Like I was arguing with.
Because she got to smoke, so I gotta sip.
Jaws, do you know last year I lost so much money on I was paying application fees, and I was telling people I have a felony, but it's over 10 years old, and it still comes back my felonies.
That's true.
It still comes back my felonies.
I was just saying that's
and it ain't, and I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to get cribs in Glendale and Peoria, but even the houses in Phoenix that I was trying to get, they come back felonies.
Yeah,
they come back felonies. It just it's like what can you do?
Yeah,
but that's why
technically it's supposed to be that you do your time, so you come out and you've done your 10 years, your 20 years, or whatever. Okay, but you're still penalized the rest of your life.
Right. And then what more do we expect for young men who come out to their girlfriend or their children's mother, and she been struggling all this time, and all of a sudden they get a job and it ain't making ends meet, and then the lights is being threatened to be cut off again.
You know what?
Or the kids ain't getting everything they need. What do you think these young people really gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna answer that question right now, because you said something that happens a lot, and this is a big thing. And we're gonna speak Black right now. We're gonna talk to the Black Americans, okay, who feel it's too above me to live with mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, and then we buy houses, not apartments, not condos, houses. It might take us 5 years. Just like those people we laughed at from them different countries. We ain't gonna talk about them on here, but we know who we talking about. Because I was one of them fools doing that too. Okay? And you build that up. That way, when we good and gone, our kids don't gotta worry about things like that. Not to mention, God forbid they get in some trouble, you ain't putting no apartment up on no bail. You can put a house up for some bail.
Right.
So that's the mentality. If y'all want to bring it there, we need to get into. We don't need to laugh at because we shacking up with the sister and we got to share one room with this one. Do that for a couple of years, and it's right.
Okay, here goes the thing. Everybody, for mental sanity, cannot live with a bunch of people.
But that's our problem.
One thing, but you know what you're saying is a problem. But one thing that we have learned in this new being a woke thing, we're learning how to connect more with ourselves and stop acting like we don't have a voice on the inside of us that speak to us to tell us that we're uncomfortable, and we just continue being uncomfortable until we pop. See,
Oh, but you just said something. I gave you a solution.
That's not a solution if you telling
I
me
mean,
to go
okay,
live with
how
my
many
kid. Hold on,
people?
cuz if I bring 3 of my kids in the home with me until we all get up together, it ain't gonna work. It's gonna be problems. It's gonna be friction. Number one, because they feel like, well, dang, it's okay for me to smoke weed at 2:00 in the afternoon. I got a problem with that. I might not say it, but
Oh
it
my
bothers the fuck out of me.
But this goes back. Okay, so
What
how would a person
comes?
how would a person from China do it? Because one of my friend Conrad did it. His
But the
family
thing
came
from
over here from China.
but
I'm
those
gonna use
people
them for
from
example.
China,
No. Why would they?
but
What's the
them people,
difference?
them kids adhere to what their parents, whatever their parents
You
want.
just said it right.
That's
You
how
just
they
said it
live their
right.
life.
You
But
just said it right.
these kids have been taught through the system that you are your own person. See, remember when we was growing up MFC, we didn't have a voice. We didn't have feelings. We did what we were told. What?
Baby's here.
But we can't do that anymore because our kids, they'll tell you in a minute, well, I don't feel that way. Now they've identified, well, that makes me unhappy. And I think I'm getting depressed. And now you got a whole nother issue. We grew up under a scrutiny of time where we didn't have time to be unhappy. We didn't have time to be depressed. We just did what kids did. Young adults did. Listen to our elders. But now we so free and we so I am a God myself. Like what?
But that's on the parent.
Oh, it ain't easy.
That's on the parenting somewhat.
It's not on the parenting.
Yes,
It comes down to the system.
Yes, it is
When the
because
system, listen, I'm dealing with a situation
I
right
heard what
now.
you said, but I'm trying
Last
to
night,
tell you.
hold on, Freeze. Last night, I got a phone call from Texas. The 16-year-old daughter sneaking out the window, going to her boyfriends, woo, 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 all this old weird stuff. Okay, cool. The mama
And that's the upbringing.
hold on. It was not her upbringing. I'm so sorry to be the first one to tell you. No, sir, it was not. She got in high school. She done got a little taste of, oh, boys like me, da, 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 da. She
I just
tried
said
to go on her way. Now,
upbringing.
it wasn't her upbringing, because when you say upbringing, you're talking about the way a parent rears their child. And you didn't rear your
Why are
child
you
like
yelling? Talk.
Because I
Why
talk
are
loud.
you
What are you
yelling?
talking about? Same reason why you talk loud when you trying to get something across.
You
Don't act brand
talking.
new like you don't.
No, I don't. I'm a civilized man.
Go back and look at your videos, cuz.
I don't
Go
know
back and
what
look
you
at your
talking
videos.
about. If you talking about me yelling over radical Mike's crazy butt, shout out Mike. But no,
At the end of the day,
listen,
bro,
you're
it's
taking it
not the
personal. But
upbringing,
listen, you
bro.
can't take a personal thing and think everybody's lumped in like that. Not to mention this
I
is
can tell
life.
you
Like I
time and
explain to my kids, life gonna give you some hits. It's gonna give you some bumps and grinds. It's about getting over them. Not to mention, I just showed you an outlet. Now, do I do that with my family? I wish I could, and hopefully one day we could get there. But I know, okay, looking around, I don't got it like that, but I see people that got it like that. That's how they do it. That's how generational wealth is passed on. Even people that might even have a home, they'll get together, buy another home, and make money from that. Now that's money for the family. I'm just showing you different options. You know, these are things where you got
We're
people
not
where
talking about people that are already there. We're talking about people coming out the penitentiary. Freeze. We're talking about people who went. Jobs. We're talking
But
about
this
people who
is
are
no.
coming out into
You
a bad
talk no. That's what you
situation.
brung up. You brung up the penitentiary. We off that. We were talking about people getting more time. That's what he spoke about. He talked about putting another crime bill in to give you meaning. If I'm in the gang, I'm going to get, instead of 10 years for this robbery, I'm going to get 15, 20. And I just showed you how it's easy to be lumped in the gang. I was lumped in the gang. Why? Because I had a fight with a gang member and they thought I was down with a gang because some things. So, but what I'm trying to say is I had to go through a committee just to be not out of the gang unit. Do you understand the craziness in that? And I don't play none of that gang stuff. You feel me? So I'm telling you a personal thing where I can see how somebody could be lumped in, meaning my kid could go out there, get a robbery charge, and just because they think he's a blood or crip or some yetta or something, he's gonna get a gang of time. Not to mention when they talking about new crime bills, who you think they really gonna come at?
The minorities.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You act like this happened eons ago.
Skin.
Yeah. Anything other than
Exactly. I can speak on that. I'm a single mother of 4 sons. Okay. We've
Shout
been
out to
going
folks.
through it. So I figure that penitentiary type kind of jail same lingo there is going in that, I say one thing and it goes out the other ear on my sons. Okay. So they learn the hard way. You can only talk to a young man as much as they want to hear. Depends. Okay. I have to be like, when this shit's gonna end? Shit's getting old. It does get old.
Let me ask you a
So
question.
I have to say, no, hold on.
Okay.
I've been through a lot this past week
Got you.
with my sons.
Okay. And they're young or
So
older?
yeah, they're on the path
Young or older? Are
to
they young?
that penitentiary. Yeah, and I'm trying to keep them out of that. But
Yeah, okay. No, the reason I asked if it was young or
at the
older.
same time, there's some people out here I can't trust.
Okay. But the reason I
It's
asked
kind
you
of
is
like the same difference when you're out in the streets and you can't trust nobody. You thought they were your friends, they're not your friends.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
But this is the thing: is parents. Okay, not their fault, but it's our opportunity, to raise our kids right. I'm not saying if they turn out messed up, it's our fault, but we have to look in the mirror as well. Just like certain things, you might let your kids slide, you might not be extra hard on them, and then they turn out a certain way. It's somewhat, your responsibility. And we
No, I
all
had to be both, actually. So
okay. Well,
shout
then
out to
it
the
might be
single
out of your
mothers
hands.
out there.
Yeah,
Yep.
shout out to your mothers.
That do both
Single
sides, but you have to get on your sons, and I respect Jaws that you do that, that you're part of that in your sons' lives, because I see it. But my ex wasn't. He was phone daddy. And he
Yeah, but
still is to this day. So that's the part that kills me, and it makes me really angry that I have to still be both,
yeah,
And that's why I still dress the way I dress, not because people think I'm gay. I'm not gay. Like, I mean, no offense to LGBTQ community, Pride Month
that was
and
a big rule.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, much respect. But the thing is, I mean, I'm a Amanda Nunes fan for real.
Hey,
So my thing is, like, we have to hold it down as queens for our sons. They look up to me, and I tell them stuff, but my dad's getting old. He's a Marine. Okay.
you said that. Yeah.
But he's getting too old for this crap. So I'm left in the middle dealing with this crap, and it's getting freaking old. I tell him, New Year, same shit. When is it going to stop?
Well, are they too big to get a spanking?
No, they need their ass whooped, actually.
Okay.
But actually, I snitches get stitches too.
What the hell? I'm talking about beating they.
You
No,
tell
but
about
are
that
they
part.
teenagers
That
or they're
part.
in their 20s?
No, they older. They older. So I tell them, I said, whoever can fix this house here, whoever can maintenance it is going to keep it. But if you're gonna sit here and do drugs and all that stupid stuff, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna haunt you. Is
Gotcha.
basically what I told them. So nobody wants to stay here, basically. And I said, you know what? Because a real queen runs this, and I will come back. But I'll honestly, if you really think about it, I really do need I'm so single that I have been single because there's no man that wants to take on this family.
Oh, I see. It's
The
crazy.
package.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to have the mentality, the emotional, and the strategy and the support
Yeah,
that
well,
goes
girl.
along with it.
Yeah, well, it goes the same
And
with
you
men.
have to have that
You have
same
kids.
strength that I have. Otherwise,
Yeah,
no,
I see.
you know, no disrespect, but yeah, that's the level I'm at. And I have to respect everyone that says, "Hey, how are you doing?" versus, "Oh, can you do this and do that and this and this and that for me?" Really? Did
Yeah.
you see what I
Right. Your
just
plate is full
posted?
right
I'm
now.
Let
going
me
through
play this.
some
Let me
shit.
play this real quick. Let me play this real quick. I want you guys to listen to this.
You play the nigga's butt, and that's just all you ever gonna be. So let's get to it. First of all, when you get fuck it, a song Campbell about to be gay now. Doggy, if I catch you, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna fuck you in your butt. Fucking, I'm gay now. Doggy, if I catch you, you soft. I'm gonna knock you out and fuck you in your butt.
Brunch with the bestie.
All right, now that's Hassan Campbell. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm confused.
All right. That was Hassan
Yeah, me
Campbell.
too.
Hold on. Let me give you some backstory. He claimed that Africa Bambaataa, which is one of the originals of hip hop, right? You know, one of the pioneers, that he
Right.
was raping him, molesting him back when Bambaataa came out back in the mid '80s, right? And you know, he's from Bronx River and everything. But look what he, you know. So you would be a victim and then come out to somebody and say that. That right there. You know, because people are saying, of course, he was a little bit younger than Africa Bambaataa, but it wasn't. Africa Bambaataa was like in his mid-20s, and he probably was in his early teens. Okay, it was one of them type of things. But through the years, he still was around Bambaataa, so that was what people are questioning. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there are some people that, you know, they stay around. You know, their attackers. I've heard. So anyway, so what you guys heard what would you feel about that from somebody who claimed they was being raped allegedly?
I don't understand what. So most people, no, I ain't gonna say most people, but statistics have showed people who have been victimized turn around and become victimizers.
Yep, that's true.
I've always looked at that as an excuse, but go ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? They don't. I don't think that they victimize someone else and say, "Oh, well, it was because I was victimized." You typically find out when you start peeling back the layers of what in the world would make this person actually do this, and then you get up under it. It's kind of like R. Kelly. I could never understand why, as cute as his money made him, and as cute as his voice made him, how did he even come out to be around here pumping on little girls? But then when you find out that when you find out that his grown sister was tricking him off when he was a little boy, it's like, okay, I kind of see now why you are freaky and weird. You know, he was molested by, I think, an uncle or something, or some other man, an adult, as a kid. Okay.
Yeah, allegedly.
Why now you like dick in your butt? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't understand it until it came out. I don't think he walked around saying, well, yeah, I did this stuff because this, that, and the third happened to me. No, most of these people, when they can say, well, I'm like this, or I have these sexual issues because of this, that, and the third, it's because they were taught this is why you act like that, is because this happened to you. And it comes through like counseling and therapy, and they inform you that your behavior is this way because this, that, and the third happened to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like people with anger issues. You don't know why people are always pressed on a button, and then when you get to the bottom of it, then they have to come to a point and realize, oh, it's because I was beat up all the time by my mom and dad, and I was locked in the closet, and just all this weird stuff. And now they have to learn how to not give in to the press the button blow up and accept that that's what I was, but I don't have to be this way. It's a taught behavior.
Got it. But I don't know. To me, that's an excuse. You know, you be around an alcoholic, you don't have to turn out an alcoholic To me, that's a get out of jail free type of card. I've heard numerous people say that, you know, the environment, it's a thing called choices in life, and especially when it's something that, you know, that's just like common sense, and this has nothing to do with, you know, gay people, but it's just common sense. A dude would know how to give fellatio better than a girl. Why? Because he has a penis. Same thing. Flip the same thing with a female. A female will know how to eat a female out better than a male because you have a vagina just like the next female. So, but to you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna constantly do something you don't like.
But here
And I
goes
get
the
it.
thing, though. You know, a lot of people do stuff they don't like. People that use drugs, they use it because they're addicted, not because they're in love with the drug. They're addicted.
Well,
People that
and
use drugs, people that use that are badly on drugs. Most of them, they don't want to be in the scum like that, but they
other
can't get
than
out of the scum because they got a monkey on their back. It's not that they like to do it.
other than you know,
They need help. Yeah.
that funk.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a lot of that. A lot of that
And
is a mental
and
thing.
sometimes it's beyond the parents. You know, you can only help them to a certain point. You can only
That's
support
true.
them.
Well, you get some good home training. You know, everybody could fall, but that's when that good home training comes in. You feel me? And you're like, yo, I'm better than this. I'm not. You know, my mom's raised me. You look yourself in the mirror.
To go
But
to
that,
crack epidemic.
we all like to
Some of
feel
them
people.
don't do that. Some of them don't do that. They need
No,
their
no, I
dad
get
in
it.
their
I get it.
lives.
You know, but a lot of times it's not even the parents' fault because as long as you know in your heart you gave them, them jewels, whether they follow them or not, that's on them. But
Right.
Epidemic. There's the crack epidemic.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you just hope
But
they
they
get.
need
And
their
now you
daddy in
have
their
crystal
lives.
meth. Yep.
But yes, we about to bounce out, ladies. Anybody want to give any shout outs to the world?
I'm gonna say this though, it ain't just the daddies because you got a lot of kids who has their dads in their life, but the system, in more ways than one, have come in and they've raped the mind of our children.
Yeah,
That's true.
So daddies don't mean a whole lot of nothing either. You could have daddies that work good jobs, got good educations, have been in the home. He might have cheated, but you never knew about it. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't holler and scream at your mama. He didn't go upside your mama's head. How come you with a daddy ended up messed up? A
them
lot of it is the system. The system,
them
we
choices.
think, man,
I
listen
don't
to me.
blame the
We
system.
think it's so I do, because I think the system, and the system falls into this category. If you're around here putting on TV for my little boys to dress like girls and my little girls to dress like boys, that's the system. It's propaganda. When you go to school
Yeah, but
and you read a book, hold on, you go to school and you read a book out on the East Coast and you're in the 6th grade and it's telling you, the little boy asks his sister, has she ever tasted herself? She puts her hands in her pants and pulls out, I forget what it called, but basically she pulls
yeah.
out mucus. Like, that's the system. You're teaching my child to go in the bedroom and touch herself in the 6th grade. And then she finds out, oh my God, I like it. And now she's secretly playing with herself every time you turn around. And then now the urge gets so strong, you got to get something to satisfy it. And I mean, it's the system. A lot of stuff is the system.
What?
And then if we go against our children, yes, ma'am. That's just like okay, all right, look it up.
It's in the
If
family. It's in the family. You got that gene. That's what that is.
That is not. Hold on, you got kids who. Okay, you can say
I have sons.
That's that.
Right, but the school
I'm
system.
I'm
but
pretty sure I
unfortunately,
got more
systems,
more kids than you.
Yeah, but the school system now, unfortunately, and this is what so many states are fighting for, especially like Florida. Okay, DeSantis, he ain't playing that in his schools, so he's not having. What they're trying to push is to have this stuff from kindergarten to 3rd grade, and he's saying the parent. Well, the first thing is the parent. One, your parents at home are supposed to have the say regarding anything. The second thing is the school should not be making these decisions for your child. And in a lot of cases, they're not even telling you. Okay. And the sad thing is you end up finding out about it because someone's pulled your coattail. Okay, or your kid gets confused and goes home and asks you a question because something don't sound right, because that's not something you taught them. Okay, unfortunately, this is what's happening now. They're trying to do it, and that's why so many people have pulled their kids out of school or their home training, or they're fighting. They're getting together and fighting this stuff because, again, the kids are impressionable.
Right. And when you got a school teacher, somebody who's reputable, having you fill out a piece of paper and the paper says, who in this classroom would you want them to stick their tongue in your ear? Like, what are you talking about? Why would you even propose a question like that to a child?
Yeah.
Right.
When we was younger, we didn't have that in school.
You have to over talk with your kid now then. Or put them in a
That's why
school
I
that you
homeschooled my sons. Two of them.
yeah. There's a couple of alternatives, but if that's what it seems like it's going to, thank
The
God my
streets of
kids.
Big Mama.
But I mean, this is but I mean, not only is it happening there, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of stuff that happens where, like, for instance, my 7-year-old grandson just came in here. If this boy jumped up and said, I want to put on a dress, and I told him no, baby boys don't wear dresses. He could go to school and tell his teacher, I told my granny I wanted to put on a dress, and she told me no. Do you know child protection to be at my door?
Yep.
Because I didn't let my baby put on a fucking dress.
Okay, but we're not
just be like,
we have to blame ourselves. You know why? Because we don't go to these meetings, these town hall meetings. We're not involved. I'm talking about in numbers. We got to really, really look in the mirror with all of these things. Now you're seeing why they're implicating these things. Not even asking you.
Because they realized a lot of people do not come to those meetings.
No, I'm just saying it's case up. Look what they doing. Look how they treating.
Like retarded parents go to those meetings.
Well, I must be retarded because I was at
all. No, you're not. Yeah. I'm not talking about you.
I'm just talking about in numbers because I don't know, but I'm saying I know what it is exactly. People see what they're doing and they're doing it, by design, so now, you might have to kick it with your kid. Like me, I got 11-year-old. I had to sit and talk to him, and I have, gay and lesbian in my family, nothing's wrong with that. That's just a different lifestyle. It is what it is. Boom. And I explain to him things that I shouldn't have to explain to an 11-year-old, but you know what? I'm going to explain to him so he's not confused. That way, he gets a little bit, of a better understanding. This is why they're putting extra scenes in the movies, because at one time these people were penalized, which was messed up. I was just arguing with a Jamaican about that. Oh, in my country, we kill them. And you know how messed up that is, bro? We all got sisters, brothers, and I don't care what you are. In fact, as long as you ain't hurting no kid, why is it somebody's business? You feel me? So we have to somewhat get used to it. Now, the part that very is dangerous and hedonist is the part with the kids, okay? But I understand what they're doing with that, and I definitely disagree with it. Why? Because my life is not normal. I had kids out of wedlock.
You're doing too much.
So for me to go to somebody and say my abnormal life is the same as yours, that's not right. Basically, it's man, woman, and child. You're supposed to get married, have kids, blah, blah, blah. If it doesn't happen, okay, cool. But for me to inflict, like, my life is just the same as yours, and this is natural just as yours, it's not. Just like a person getting fake boobs, trying to act like, they're the same quality as somebody who has natural boobs. It's just not happening. You can say it, but those aren't the facts. And that's all it is. So people need to understand that it is dangerous when you're doing it to these kids, not to mention it's evilness. Okay, let that kid decide what they want to be. And you know what? It's cool. You could be a person. I got a friend that his father became gay in his freaking 50s. That's his prerogative. That's his life. He ain't hurt nobody. He did his thing, took care of his kids. It is what it is. So for a person, and that's also a part of, like, you got to look at yourself. Like, why is you sweating the next person to the degree where I'm going to use Boosie, for example, right? He goes real crazy on Dwayne Wade and everything. At the end of the day, that's their kid. Now, do I agree with what they do with their kid? No. But for me to go out extrally and get on them, because the mother, his natural mother, she didn't want the kid to be like that, the young boy or girl, whatever he wants to be called. But at the end of the day, that's their kid. They taking care of him. The kid ain't on the streets. Thank God the kid ain't on drugs. I wish him the best. But I think personally he's a little too young for it. Now, as far as those white actresses that be getting them little boys, dressing them up like girls, I kind of don't like that a little extra. Once again, they're too young for that. Not to mention, that's a big, big thing if you get back to slavery, like they used to like to see little boys dressed in female attire. That's the thing that's going back, Woo! But anyway, we about to bounce out. You ladies need any shout outs? MFC.
Well, everyone have a safe weekend and be careful. And hopefully there's no more of these fires and all this bad weather, this bad air.
Yes. You DJ, right? Nene?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get busy on the 1 and 2s? Okay. Do you do vinyl? You DJ vinyl?
I did.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I was just telling the DJ about that. Yeah, we definitely gonna have some. Yeah,
that's how old we go back.
Shout out to the DJs. That's what I'm telling the DJ. You ain't a DJ unless you hit some real turntables. Yeah.
Right. But no, this weekend I'm gonna enjoy the Amanda Nunes fight.
When is that?
UFC 289.
When is it?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night.
I got bets on that, so.
Yeah. Who do you have?
Bank.
Who do you have? Well, who do you have? Which one you betting on?
No, I mean you got to do the research. Like,
which fighter you have?
A lot of people like Coleman.
What fighter are you betting on?
Everything.
What fighter are you betting on?
Nunes.
Oh, okay, so you want Nunes to win. All right.
She's got the more experience. Come on now.
All right, shout out to Nunes.
I might do a safety parlay, just in case.
Yeah, well, don't lose all your money. Don't lose all your money in one shot. All right.
Right.
No doubt. All right, everybody, hold it down. Much love.
Rapping for life, rapping for life, rapping for life, rapping for life, rapping for life. Dying nasty over daylight, can't see me sit down and play keynotes like Stevie, my name.